Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and it's time to get your financial portfolios checked. And today I have with me Nisreen Mamaji, CFP, MoneyWorks Financial Services. Nisreen, good evening and welcome to the show. Nisreen, we also have our first viewer online. We have Mr. Raghu from Bangalore. Raghu, good evening. How are you doing today?
Good evening, I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for sending us your question, Raghu. So, as far as your question goes, you have invested in mutual funds and the approximate value of your investment is 10 lakhs. And all these are under regular plan and you want to know how you can shift to direct plans. Is it possible to do it without any tax implication? Is that right? Do you want to add anything else to your question?
No, nothing else, that's perfect.
All right. Any specific reason why you want to shift to direct plan? Have you well researched about what will happen if you invest in a direct plan apart from having a few percentage of more return?
Mainly because, one is, of course, lesser commission. And I don't see much of a benefit in the regular plan in terms of advice from my broker. So it's more or less I do on my own. So
you do it on your own. Okay. All right. Okay. Nisreen, what would you advise? Raghu seems to be doing his investments on his own. We don't have the portfolio details though. And we don't have the entire plan. But yeah, what would you recommend?
You will definitely, your question was whether you will, there will be any tax liability. So yes, the fund is completely different between direct and regular. So, you will also, the NAVs that you enter will be higher NAVs than the direct, the regular funds. So if you compare the NAVs, they're always, at this point, you will find that you will enter at a higher NAV as well. Plus you will have so you will get lesser units, when you make that, it's not really a switch. It's a buy and sell. So on the books, there will be a redemption. So there will be some capital gains liability, either short term or long term. If it is long term, it will be 12.5%. If it is short term, it will be 20% as per the recent budget. As well as, the NAV of the direct fund is slightly higher than your regular option. So the number of units that you will now be purchasing will be lower. So definitely consider both these options. Sometimes, if you are a very old investor and you bought at a very good rates, you will unnecessarily units going forward. So you will have to calculate whether the whole exercise is worth it or not. We've done this for several investors and we've come to the conclusion that it's better to just stick to what you've already done in the past rather than, compounding the error because you will not be able to make up the loss of units as well as the taxes that you pay. It will take you a longer period of time to do that. So do consider the reasons for having doing this, and in future you can start your SIPs and other investments in the direct. What you already have, I believe it might be more feasible for you to stay put. As far as your query on changing the broker, yes, you can do that at any point of time. You can change the broker by filling up a simple form on the asset management company website, or you can download it and submit it either to CAMS or Carvi, depending on who the registrar is of that particular fund. So I hope I've been able to answer your query, Kavita.
All right, Raghu, is there anything else you want to ask Nisreen?
No, nothing else, that's good. Thanks for that.
All right, let's move on and let's take Ramaswamy's question. Okay, we have him on the phone line as well. Good evening, sir. How are you doing today? You're calling from Bangalore?
Madam. Yeah, I'm from Bangalore. Good evening and I'm very
Good evening. Great, sir. So, you have invested in Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, Quant Small Cap, Motilal Oswal Micro Cap, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap. And what's the corpus that you're looking at after 15 to 17 years, sir?
Yes, madam, certainly.
What's the corpus that you're looking at, sir? How much do you want to accumulate? What's the amount?
No, I started very recently, madam, 3-4 months back. And I do not have any much clarity regarding this. I started very recently. Sure. And I just wanted to know, these funds are okay to do it or any changes need to be done?
Sure. We will check the funds. But since you have set a goal, which is of 15 to 17 years, any financial requirement from this particular investment that you should have 1 CR, 2 CR, 10 CR out of this investment, any goal
No, madam,
that weighs?
no. The thing is, I have not planned anything. To be very
Okay,
precise,
just wealth creation. Got it, sir.
yeah,
Okay,
wealth creation,
okay,
my retirement will be in 17 years.
okay,
I'm
got it.
43 now.
Okay, okay. All
So
right,
very
Nisreen,
precise.
wealth creation is the goal. Nisreen, wealth creation is the goal. The time horizon is 15 to 17 years. Yeah.
Let me congratulate Mr. Ramaswamy Jayaram for having started, his investment journey very well. And you're looking at a long-term goal, so definitely you will be able to create a good amount of, corpus. Only thing is that I feel at this point your corpus is a little skewed towards mid and small caps. Okay, so there isn't a particular reason to do that. I mean, this is a slightly more aggressive portfolio. So I don't know what your rest of your investments are, whether you are also investing in, say, maybe bank FDs or, going a little more moderate in your other investments. But just by and large, checking the mutual fund portfolio, which is about 10,400 rupees, heavily skewed towards mid and small. So there I would suggest that, you keep a little bit of sort of a moderate, risk tolerance, because sometimes one doesn't know, the kind of liquidity crisis that you might face in the next 15 to 17 years. And if you're completely depending on this, is also not a response that I have at this point. I'm sure you have salary income, but will there be a requirement to dip into this investment in the next 15 to 17 years? Is something that you will need to respond. So what you can do is, you can continue your Motilal Oswal mid cap and your quant small cap, and your Motilal Oswal micro cap. I think that you should kind of switch that and, start either a blue chip fund, like maybe an ICICI blue chip, or a large and mid. You can go for an HDFC large and mid fund. So, you will have a complete basket of investments, because here you also will have stock duplication by going in for the same, asset category. So you need to have one more category into the fund. Parag Parag FlexiCap is perfectly fine. You can continue or substitute with HDFC FlexiCap, but otherwise it's okay. What you need to understand is that, if we forecast at the rate of, say, about 13% compounded annualized growth rate for the next 15 years, then you will have about 57 lakh 17,000 rupees in your investment corpus and in your investment kitty. So that's an amount depending on 15 years, and if we calculate at the rate of 13% compounded annualized growth rate, what you can do is review every 2 to 3 years to make sure that you're on target. And if you need more funds, then you either increase your tenure or you increase your SIP amount. So those are the couple of suggestions I would give you regarding your proposal.
All right. All the best, Mr. Ramaswamy. And with that, it's a wrap on the show as well. Thank you so much, Nisreen, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID, where they can send across their their financial portfolio details, so that we can do their live financial planning on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.